Hey, hey, 30 weeks pregnant. We here. We here. Oh my goodness. Everything has been like so up and down, so roller coaster. Oh my gosh, I don't even got nothing to tell you. I feel like I'm spent. Like I don't have nothing left, okay? July has just been like a boxing match with Holyfield, and I'm losing. I can't even bite to win. I'm losing. Oh my gracious alive. But yes, my friend came over the other day. That was so nice of her because usually nobody comes over here. Um, that's just how we do. Stay in the house and mind my business. Um, yeah, that was really nice. I was really excited to see her. And she's a really kind person, so that was a good thing. I just finished eating. That's why it's making like me feel like sick a little bit. I can show you. I had some like a modified kind of nachos and cheese almost, but I didn't really want the nachos. I only ate like two of those. But I put I had this was how it was in the fridge. I had ground beef and I had beans. So I just put some cheese on top of it and some tomatoes and lettuce, and then I just kind of ate it like that. Sorry. I'm gonna eat it again because it's good. Okay. See? Like lettuce. On this side, this is beans. It's easier if I just try to scoop it up. You see, that side is beans. And then this side had ground beef with cheese and lettuce. And it looks like there's no ground beef left because I ate it all. But it's so good. And I've just kind of been eating it with a spoon or like maybe scooping it on one or two chips. It's okay. Mm. But y'all, July has been so horrid. Like, I don't even know why. Like, I could not get over everything that was happening. Like, on the first, y'all know I went to the hospital, all of that drama. Police are at my house for the next 3 days. And then day 4, 5, 6, I'm still trying to do the things that I'm doing here at home, but I just could not just shake how I felt. Like I felt sad and I was angry. And I kind of still feel that way because I'm at 30 weeks pregnant now and I'm supposed to go get glucose testing. I think that's what I was talking about more so in the last video. Um, but I don't even want to go to the hospital. Like it's just so overwhelmingly stressful for me to even think about it. Like me and OJ were sitting here talking about it last night and I just felt like I wanted to cry. Like because I know that is something really important that I need to do. I need to make sure that I'm checking on this baby, making sure that my glucose is fine and everything. And the reason why I'm saying that is because with gestational diabetes, whew, I'm not about to start with this breathing. Your baby can get too big, right? The baby can grow too big. And it's not like, oh, I'm just worried about the baby getting so big. How's it going to come out? Whatever. No, but in addition to the baby being bigger, there can be regulation issues with glucose and insulin that the baby would have, not just me alone. So, I mean, nutrition has always kind of been at the forefront of my mind as far as trying to stay healthy and eat right and move my body because that's what my body needs. But in addition to that, my baby needs to grow inside of a healthy body. And not being able, or not, I am going to say it, not being able to go to the doctor because I feel traumatized is not a good feeling at all. Like I actually want that. I want someone to say, like, oh, we've checked all of these markers and everything is fine. Like I actually want to hear that. Like not just kind of set it up in my mind and think, oh, it doesn't matter. I think the baby's fine. I've been eating really healthy other than, the past couple weeks. And I was looking over how much weight I've gained in the month of July, nearly 10 pounds alone, just like in the month of July, maybe even 12. Like I would have to go back and look specifically at the dates and see, what is what. But that's not, I don't think that's abnormal because we're at a point where the baby should kind of be putting on weight really fast. And it can be like a half a pound to a pound a week just for the baby alone. I don't know. It just feels like the math, maybe it's mathing and maybe that's exactly the way it's supposed to be, especially since I've been eating Hot Pockets. I told y'all I had like 6 Hot Pockets since we got them. And you see what I'm eating now. So we've been doing Taco Tuesday, and this is kind of what was left over from Taco Tuesday. That's why I just kind of hodgepodged it and like put it all in one bowl and just sitting here eating it with a spoon. Um, but we've been doing Taco Tuesday. I think the week before on Monday, we made like fried rice, but we made it here at home. So I'm trying to, still have the foods at home, even though I'm craving foolishness. I'm still trying to eat at home as opposed to going out and making it. Like this was made at home. Like I bought a can of refried beans, but the beef I cooked. I bought the can of queso and the can of tomatoes, and the taco seasoning for the beef. And then we had, excuse me, on the last Taco Tuesday, we had these little like flour boats where you can just kind of put everything in there and eat it that way. Um, so I've been trying to keep it, you know, mostly home cooked. I mean, yes, there are some products that I just cannot make here at the house. And then today I was craving oxtail, and OJ was just like, nope. He just quickly said no. So I've been trying to do all right, but I'm not sure enough with what I've been doing and how I've been kind of slipping back and forth in the hot pocket land and juicy juice land as opposed to drinking my water. But it's back now. Let me show you. Oh, and y'all know I love Crystal Light. So I'm not doing too bad today. Brought it down to here. And y'all know I love me some Crystal Light. Whew. I be so thirsty. And see, that's one of the things too, because my thirst has been waxing and waning pretty much. Like some days I'm super thirsty all day, every day. And then some days I could just lay in the bed and I just feel like I don't need anything. I just want to just lay here and I don't have any energy to do anything else. I don't want to eat food. I don't want to do anything. And of course, maybe it's supposed to be like that. But when you don't have that surety of knowing, it just kind of makes it a little bit weird. So having agoraphobia, social anxiety, depression, it gets depressing because I want to do all of the things that I'm used to doing, and even though I was still feeling a little bit low and all of that before being pregnant, I really 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 just don't want that to impact this baby in a negative way because yes, I'm sad or I'm whatever. I just don't want it to affect the baby. And who knows, like the way my hormones are running, like if it's something that is making me like so super sad, those hormones are affecting the baby some kind of way. So I don't know. But at the same time, too, I can't go to a hospital or whatever because it's like I just don't trust them. So it's just really hard for me to get over that whole experience that I had on July 1st. And I know people are just like, just get over it. Or what I heard the most from most people was, well, you shouldn't have told them that you were sad anyway. Like, those are the people you don't tell. But I thought that's kind of what the hospital was for, to feel safe and to be able to say, look, this is what I'm going through. I need you to help me. But instead, that was like the exact opposite of what happened. Like, oh, you're feeling this way or that way. Well, let's see if we can ease into a little plan or something. No, they were just trying to throw me in the psych ward. And like going back over it, every time I sit back and watch the video and I think about it, and I'm like, Vanessa, did you say any additional words, as opposed to what you shared in the video? And I swear I didn't. I swear, like, what I said was not significant enough for them to, like, because even with suicidal ideologies, like, you clearly see in the charts, you heard me saying to them, like, no, I don't feel like that. Like, I know I have goals. I have a new baby coming. Like, yes, I get sad sometimes, but it's not like it's going to ever end. This is my future right now. This is what I'm working so hard for. So I'm trying to rationalize it, but then I get to the point of like, maybe it's a black female thing, but taking it as if it was my fault. And I don't know. I'm very, very sure that I didn't do anything wrong. I'm 100% sure. So, that just makes my fear even higher because it feels like they're just trying to manipulate me. I don't even know what the plan was. Like, seriously, I don't even know what the plan was. And that was the scariest part about it. Like, what did I do to make you want to just turn over my whole life? Like, what did I do to make you just treat me that way? Like, what could I have possibly said that took you from, okay, she's just here to check on the baby, to you need to be admitted to a psych ward involuntarily? Like, I don't know. And then I was talking to my friend about it, the friend that came over. And when I originally was telling her about it, she was just like, well, sometimes people need help and they don't know they need help. And like when she said that, I almost felt offended. Like I was there to get help, and I know that I have these issues going on or whatever. I know that I feel some kind of way. But for you to just take it that far, like that was your response, for you to take it that far, that was way too far. And I just felt basically abandoned, like in all of that help that was supposed to be coming my way. That's how I honestly felt. Like, you really don't care about what I'm going through. You really don't even care anything about me. You just kind of want me to do this because you've decided that when I feel like going outside, I'll be cured of agoraphobia. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but that's not it. For me, agoraphobia is not just not wanting to go outside. Like, I physically can go outside. I'm, mentally able to do it. I'm capable. We went outside and checked the mail earlier today, and y'all, I was running. Okay, I haven't. Oh, you see, that's what happens when you be telling lies. You choke. Okay, I wasn't running. I was like jogging. And I jogged for like maybe 40 steps before I absolutely had to stop because it was just feeling too heavy. Oh my gosh, but that's just my thing. Like, I, if I will myself enough, I can go outside. And especially with OJ, because OJ was with me when we walked to the mailbox. So whenever I have some OJ, I'm not going to say someone with me, whenever I have usually like OJ with me, I feel a lot better and I feel like it's not safer because I'm not worried that somebody's just going to like come up and hurt me or do anything to me. That's not the worry. And it's crazy because I don't even know how to explain it. It's just going outside affects my biology in some kind of way. It causes my heart rate to go up. I can't breathe. Like, that's what happens. It's not that I just physically can't go out there because I'm scared that the boogeyman is going to jump out. I'm really not. I'm really not. And if the boogeyman jumped out, I'd probably get beat up again this week anyway because I have not been lifting any weights. I haven't been moving my body. Reasons that I feel like I need to go to the doctor, but I'm not. So what do we do? I don't know, y'all. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know what to do about it. And then, I was talking to my friend and she was saying that you could do like telehealth appointments and this and that and the other, but I don't want to just talk to people. I don't care about that. I want to know what the glucose test says. I want to know if the baby's kicking enough. I want to know if he's grown bigger since the last time in a healthy way, or if he's just, maybe suffering because of how I'm feeling or some of the things that I was doing. Not that I, feel like I was doing anything bad, but yes, I have been eating a crap load of sugar. A crap load of sugar. And to go from eating very minimal sugar in my diet to having sugar every single day, like every single day, not even a few days, every single day. So that worries me a little bit. And a lot of times it's just like that I don't even crave the sugar products. It's just so fast and so easy to be able to just go in there and grab two Oreos as opposed to making a Caesar salad. Even if I really want the Caesar salad, I'm tired, I can barely walk, I'm waddling all over the place, so I'm gonna just go grab two Oreos and come and sit my hips down. So, I don't know. It's just a lot going on. I just really want to get to a point where I feel like safe. I feel like people aren't out to get me, and I know it could be thought like, oh, well, Vanessa, no one's out to get you. You just went to the hospital and you said something that you shouldn't have. I swear I don't know what it is. I swear I don't know what I could have possibly said. And I know it could be hard for people to understand. Like, that is why I feel like maybe people are out to get me because of things like that happening. Because I swear I did not say anything to make that lady jump overboard, or those two ladies jump overboard like that. And then, like, even to the point when the psychiatrist comes in, she's wanting to talk to me. And 5 minutes into the conversation, she's already on the phone talking about, yeah, I'm here with her now. You can set up the admit. Like, there was nothing that you learned from me in that 5 minutes other than my name and what I eat on a daily basis. Like, there was nothing else that you learned within that 5 minutes that you would pick up, you would answer your phone to say, yeah, she should be committed. Like, I did not say anything. And I really, really wish now, well, I don't know if that's true, but it just seems like if OJ had stayed in the room when we were talking, it might have been a completely different outcome because there would be someone else with me, sitting there to say, like, wait a minute, why did you just jump from 0 to 60 when all she said was XYZ, or when she didn't even say anything, you know? I don't know. And I felt like that's why she wanted him to leave to begin with, so that she could make it seem like I said something I didn't, because I swear I didn't. I swear I didn't. But it is what it is, and we're moving on to hopefully bigger and better things. Now, I'm still sad that I can't really do the glucose testing, but I have a glucometer here at my house, and I was measuring my ketones the other day, super low because all I've been eating is carbs and sugar. So I think it was like zero point 0.3. So it was like barely even registering there at all. But I do have a glucometer, and I can get some strips, and I can just kind of test my sugar here at home based on what I'm eating and when I'm eating. Like, but see, I don't know how that's affecting the baby. Like, just because my overall glucose in my system might be at a normal range, does that mean that it's translating to the baby that way? Or could there be, I don't know. And I don't even know what the glucose test is testing, because I know they're giving you a sugar solution and then testing you shortly after that. So they just want to see the response at one bolus of, or one spike in your sugar. That doesn't really tell you how it's affecting the baby. But I don't know. I guess I have to do some more research. I'm going to really try to figure that out, because I clearly just can't go. Like, and I've really been thinking over that and praying over that. Like, maybe I should just chance it again. But that's the problem when it comes to mental health issues and mental health disorders. Like, you don't have the strength to keep just trying and going and doing all of these things, especially when it's hurting you, and especially when it's impacting your life in such a significant way. Because I remember when we first were pregnant, I mean, yeah, at the start of the pregnancy, and we went to that other clinic, and the lady basically lied. I wasn't seeing a doctor that day. She just wanted me to come in and sit in a dark room and fill out paperwork for her to tell me, like, well, we want to do genetics testing, and your baby could die from this, and you're black, so you could die from this, and you're a female, so you could die from this, and you're a black female, so you're probably going to die. And I'm just like, that was too much that day. Like, one, you lied to me. I stayed on the phone with you 30 minutes. I don't know how long I stayed on the phone making that appointment, telling them, like, no, I really just want to see a doctor. I don't want to come in and entertain you and listen to all this stress that you want to give me about nothing. I mean, when I went in, they skipped weighing me, height, nothing. They did nothing. I went straight into a dark room where she was just like, "Oh, here's a paper on how you might die. Here's a paper on how you might die," and slide that one. And I'm just like, having agoraphobia, depression, social anxiety, how is that supposed to make somebody feel? Because it surely did not make me feel good. I felt very upset. I was crying and going through all the changes. And then we get over that again, and I'm like, okay, maybe I just don't need to go to a clinic. Let me just go to the emergency, go to we didn't go to the emergency room. It's right next to the emergency room, and it was just like a labor and delivery, like, women's center area. And honestly, I just took a chance when we went there the first time, and I saw that one doctor that I actually liked. We were like pulling up to the emergency department, and I was just like, "Oh, what's that down there or over there?" Because you have to go down these stairs to get there. So we walked down the stairs, and that's the day I was feeling good. So I'm trying to do some walking and get my steps in, and OJ was off work. And then we went to that labor and delivery, and they were like, "Oh no, you don't need an appointment. You don't need any of that. It's just basically like going to an emergency room for maternity care," right? Basically, is how it was explained. So going through that, like, everything was fine. I wasn't worried. Yes, I did have to sit there for a little bit extra longer than we wanted to, but that's just because they were doing all the blood work and they couldn't figure out, about the NIM antibody, and they were, like, what do we need to do? Like, what's going on with this? And obviously, that doctor had talked to the newer doctor that I seen most recently, because she was saying to me that she had this conversation in the clinic about my antibody and, whatever else with the previous doctor that I saw. So that's the only reason we were there that long. And then after we left there, I'm like, okay, it's a month. What was it? A month later, I do believe, or a month and a half, something like that. Then I go back again, and that was this July 1st time. And of course, I couldn't see the doctor that I wanted to see because they're on, I guess, rotating shifts or whatever. So I was seeing one of his colleagues. And that was the worst experience ever, because now I'm going there thinking I'm a little bit okay, thinking this is not going to be so bad. It may, it'll be quicker than last time. They're not going to have to do all this blood work, and I kind of know where I am in the hospital, and I know how to leave when I'm ready to leave, and which exits I can walk through, and this and that and the other. But they just made it so much worse. She just made it so much worse. That one particular doctor and her psychiatric friend. Oh, it almost went off the side of the bed. Like, they just made it so much worse. And it's just like, I don't have the mental wherewithal. I don't have the energy to keep going and be like, hey, are you going to help me? Are you going to try to, lock me up and throw away the key? Like, are you going to help me? Or are you just want to tell me all the ways that I'm possibly going to die? Do you want to help me? Like, I can't deal with that. So here we are. Here we are trying to figure out what the next steps are. And I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. And now we're coming up to the end of the month, and I'm going to have to go back to work in August. So I really didn't get as much care as I would have hoped to get over this month that we've been out of school, just because of all the craziness and foolishness, and then the increased stress, and I'm not going to say the increased stress caused me to eat sugar and eat trash food and all of that. What I can say is that this pregnancy has caused me to eat a lot more sugar and a lot more trash food, because I just can't manage standing in the kitchen cooking. Like, that was so hard for me. Like, these past 2 days, I have a stool that's in my kitchen that I like scoot the stool in the kitchen, and when I'm starting to feel faint or lightheaded or weak or whatever, I can like sit down on that. And I haven't needed that as much as I did at the start of the month. But again, at the start of the month, that's when I'm feeling low and I'm feeling mistreated and used. And in addition to how I'm feeling physically, my emotions were like in the toilet because of how I perceive the treatment to be. So I don't know. Regardless of if anyone else says, Vanessa, you just overreacted or whatever, I don't care, because I know how it made me feel, and I know how it has been affecting me for the past 2 to 3 weeks. And in addition to already feeling the way I was feeling pregnant, I have been making poor choices when it comes to eating. Like, we've actually had a bag of sugar here in the house. Now I've kind of avoided that. That's really kind of been OJ's thing. But we've had cookies. I have, we got these peanut butter pretzel bites, and we sectioned them out into little bags. Oh, excuse me. We sectioned them out into little bags, and I've eaten almost all of them. Like, OJ hasn't had any. I've eaten almost all of them. Then we've had Hot Pockets, and I've eaten almost all of the Hot Pockets. Well, I've at least eaten half of them, because I know it was a box of 12. It was one of those big boxes, and I know I've eaten at least half of them, because I poured the rest of them just into the bottom of the refrigerator just to have that box out of the fridge. So I don't know. And then of course every Tuesday we've had taco night, so that's been like carbs and cheese and sodium. Oh my gosh, with a sprinkle of lettuce. Oh my gracious. So, how's August gonna go? I don't know. But looking at my baby center app, we have 66 more days of this pregnancy, and I'm here for all of it. I don't mind because honestly, this week, today, I was actually feeling better. Now, 2 days ago, I wasn't too happy because OJ was just working my nerves a little bit. OJ was just working my nerves a little bit, so I was in my feelings about that. But then my friend came to see me yesterday, and that made me super happy. And then today, I ran from like, I ran like this far. Like this far. It was okay. But I was actually running, and I was laughing because then once we got back to the house, I swear I had the zoomies. Like if y'all see pets, dogs and cats, sometimes they'll get the zoomies and they'll just start running around. And then OJ was laughing because I was doing something obviously, and I was just kind of spinning around in a circle. And he was like, when the baby's doing that inside of you, don't get mad. And immediately I stopped, like, please, baby. You've been doing enough kicking and you've been doing enough. I don't need that. So that made me laugh a little bit. So today wasn't so bad. And then you see, I've eaten quite a bit of food and two chips, and I've been drinking my water. So I really feel like feeling a lot better today. Got on the scale this morning, 215.2. So I feel like that is just a crazy jump. And maybe it was only like 6 or 7 pounds. I can't remember because I think maybe July 1st I was at 208 or 209, something like that. But I would have to look. And now today 215. Not the best. So here we are with that. I don't know. It just seems like everything is changing so much, and I'm just trying to keep up. Like, honestly, that's how I feel a lot of times. It's like by the time that the mental fog lifts, by the time that the energy is sufficient, by the time that I can actually breathe, it's just like I be missing a lot. And it's like hard for me to catch up and keep up with stuff. So I'm gonna just keep trying. I don't know. I had a plan for August that in August I was gonna try to make sure that I was doing X and doing Y and doing Z. But it's just like this whole roller coaster of things. Like even if I plan it, even if I have everything like outlined beautifully, my body decides, nope, you don't have the energy for that. Or no, you want Caesar salad this week. Next week it's gonna make you throw up. Like, what the heck? Okay, so I don't know. But that is my update for today. Mentally feeling good. Physically, thank you, Lord. Feeling good. Spiritually, Lord, I don't know. I think we on the same troubled waters. We on the same troubled waters we've been on. Financially, we ain't hit the wall yet, so I think today would probably be like a B plus kind of day because I really feel pretty good. Honestly, I do. That second trimester was not my friend. It was not. But it's behind us, so we're looking forward. And I'm just gonna keep trying. I honestly have no other options. That's the same thing I was telling the psychiatrist. There are no other options. Greatness is it. Like, that's it. Yes, I could feel sad some days, and yes, I could not want to be bothered some days, but there are no other options. Like this baby is coming, and I'm determined to have a fat, juicy, healthy baby, and there are no other options. That's it. There are no other options. So I'm gonna just keep trying, and I guess I'll be back with the next video of just an update of how I'm doing continuing forward, because I'm really gonna try to at least do this. Like, I don't have to have an intro and outro. I don't have to have any of that. And I don't know why I feel like I'm stressing myself so much to have to, oh, I can't post a video unless it has the intro, or if it has a whole plot line and I can talk about stuff. Like, I can't. That's too much for me right now. I'm not even lying. But you know what I can do? I can hit record. I could do that and just start and talk, because I feel like that's what I need to do. I spend a lot of my day just being silent and in my head and thinking about, you know, all the mistreatment, all the things that go wrong. And I forget sometimes that it's not so bad. It really isn't. My house is great. My house smells good. My house is clean. It's the outside. That's the real problem. That's the problem. It's the outside. So I'm going to turn on these videos much more often, because this is easy and I can do this, Vanessa. You hear me, Vanessa? You can do it. All right. No body shots today because I am not even getting my hips up. I clearly just climbed up on this bed, and it's a lot of work to get on and off. Like, my bed is huge, okay? My bed is huge. So it's a lot of work. I need a little stair step and everything to get up here. I did it, y'all. I made it another day. That's all I got. That's all I got. Making it day by day. That is all I got. So, with my non outro having self and my non intro having self, bisous, bisous. Thanks for watching, joining, subscribing, commenting, all those things that you know you're supposed to do on the YouTubes. And I'll talk to you in the next one, because I like to talk. And I got a lot of stuff to talk about.